Hi, and welcome to Financial Accounting. My name is Amy Bourne, and I'm the instructor of this course. And I would like to just kind of go through the basics of this class, describe that this is a hybrid course and what that means, go through the syllabus, go through the resources you have available, the weekly assignments, just everything that goes on with this course, similar to what we do on the first day of class. So hopefully you received a welcome letter last week describing, if you found this link to this taping, then you have read the email and followed the instructions. So I just want to start there and kind of go through some of the details and get you oriented with the class. So this is a hybrid course, which means for a 4-hour credit, we're going to spend 50% of our time outside of the classroom. So in a normal course where you would have a Tuesday, Thursday for 2 hours, we will only be meeting once a week. In total of 4 hours, we'll only be meeting once a week for 2 hours face-to-face. The other 2 hours will be conducted outside of class through things like this, watching lectures or videos, and the other working problems in class and working on detailed and more elaborate problems where we've already learned all the material. We're going to work the problems out together. So we will have face-to-face time. So let's just get started. So you found this link, which is great. And when you get into Blackboard, you should have this homepage. It also tells you to go to this video, which you've already found, just kind of giving you some information. So it will take you some time, so make sure you're reading through all those details. The first place I would send you is the calendar and the syllabus, so I would click on that link on the left. These buttons on the left side will be very useful to you. I have the term calendar here. This goes with the OSU calendar. I also break things into modules based on the course content in the syllabus, but I also keep it by weeks just so that we can all keep up according to the OSU calendar. Then you have the syllabus, the welcome letter, which I sent you. You have the discussion rubric grading, so we have discussion boards since we are out of class 50% of the time that you'll be involved in. There is a weekly suggested schedule. That's up to you. It's just to try to help you kind of keep up with the material since we're only meeting once a week. We have the syllabus, which we're going to go through in a little bit. And then My Accounting Lab, which is essential for the class. It's where you'll complete all your homeworks and quizzes. I will make a separate video for that. I'm trying to keep the videos within 5 to 10 minutes, so that will be a separate video. I will also have my office hours and various tutoring opportunities. There's also tutoring available on campus that we offer for free, and some online tutoring, and then some important OSU resources. So let's start with the welcome letter that you hopefully got in the mail or email. And that should open up to here. It gives you a lot of information, welcoming you to the class, discussing what it takes to study for this class. It does take a lot of time. Remember that financial accounting is a language. It's the language of business. So blah, 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 blah. You need the My Accounting Lab. Here's all the information you need and how to contact me. After that, I would read the syllabus. So if you open the syllabus, you should find all this information, office hours, things about hybrid, My Accounting Lab, syllabus, class structure, quizzes, homeworks, the discussion rubric grading, when you need deadlines, and then the schedule at the end telling you what's due and where, and attaches it to the modules in the week, also showing you when you have exams. Then I would go to the weekly schedule suggestion. It's up to you, but I have it starting, our weeks will start on Monday and end on Sundays, and this just shows you when things are due, what I would suggest that you do each day to make sure you're keeping up with the material. So of course you can follow that, blah, blah, blah. Then the My Accounting Lab directions I will do in a separate link or a separate video, and I will talk about the discussion rubric in a separate video. So the next thing I would go to is the weekly assignments. Of course, if you read your letter correctly, you need to go to this Introductory to Financial Accounting where you're finding all these introductory videos. This one, the one about a My Accounting Lab, and the one about the discussion boards, just trying to answer some of your questions that we would address the first day of class if we were face-to-face. So the first thing you want to do is go into the week 1. You're going to find your learning objective lectures here. I will have a learning objective lecture after each of these bullet points, just hopefully keeping them between 5 and 10 minutes so that you can watch and learn the material just like you would in class. Of course, when you come to class, the one day a week, we're going to work all the problems related to these lectures. So what I'd like for you to do is watch the lectures first. Remember the calendar. So I'd like you to watch them between, Monday and Thursday, and then come to class prepared to work problems. Then you'll have quizzes and homeworks and discussion boards. The quizzes and homeworks will be completed in my accounting lab, which you can find here. You get all the material through the the OSU bookstore. And then we also have the discussion boards. Make sure you're posting in your groups, and then you can find your discussion board here each week. A couple other things. We will have some assignments that I'll post here. That'll be later. That'll be a big project later in the term. You have your grades. You can also click on this Ask Questions here, so you can contact me via email, or you can post a message in the professor forum, which is really nice if that's something that you want everybody to read and you think it's a question everybody might have. So it's a great resource. And then my accounting lab will send you to this website, and I will do a separate video on this for the students, but this is what they would do. They'll sign in. Well, my information's already saved. They'll sign into their class, and this is where they'll complete their homeworks and quizzes. So they can look at the calendar, and I'll do a whole video on this. And if it's in September, they'll have homeworks and quizzes, and this is where they'll complete all their homeworks and quizzes. So I'll do a separate video on that. And I think that is it for what I would hope for the welcoming day. Of course, I'll go into more detail.